first things first, Mardi Gras ice cream, which I'm really excited about. I saw this come up and I was like, wait, what? So it's like a Mardi Gras king cake ice cream, and so I will show you that. This is straight from the Bluebell website. Line up in the ice cream aisle for this Mardi Gras inspired dessert made with a cinnamon cake flavored ice cream, obviously to mimic the king cake, tasty pastry pieces, and a colorful cream cheese swirl with festive candy sprinkles. It's a perfect dessert to celebrate Mardi Gras. And then they have where you can go and find out like the locations to go and buy it and all that good stuff. So you guys, like, it's like, we're first of all, this is something that people in like the Louisiana and the Alabama area have already been able to participate in for the past couple of years, which is really cool. But now we've kind of, been able to branch out nationwide. So that's pretty exciting. So according to one of their corporate salespeople, it says, we've been making Mardi Gras king cake since 2012, but the flavor has mostly been sold in areas known for the celebrations such as Louisiana and Alabama. Last year, a grocery store in Louisiana posted about the flavor's arrival on its Facebook page, and we started receiving requests from all over the country. After that, we decided to share the festive flavor with everyone in our distribution area. And so this is a flavor, like I said, it's a Mardi Gras king cake flavor. Mardi Gras season is typically from January 6th up through Fat Tuesday, which this year is March 5th. And so this is like really exciting that now everybody, not just people in Louisiana and Alabama, but everybody can get a chance to participate in the Mardi Gras king cake flavor. Be on the lookout for that coming to your local grocery store, hopefully, or at least go to like the Bluebell website and see if they have like a list where you can buy it and all that good stuff. So that was the Mardi Gras ice cream. Also, to me, another tip here is that obviously it's king cake season. If you are a baker and if you're in the South and if you're in the area where Mardi Gras is a big thing, this is definitely the time. Like, I've seen some of my baker friends who are in Mississippi post their Mardi Gras king cakes, all that good stuff, hiding the baby and everything. So this should be fun times for all, and now you can just kind of serve it with a little scoop of ice cream too. So all right, so up next is the Hershey's Sloppy Kiss. I'm calling it the Sloppy Kiss because there's like really no other way to describe it. It's basically a kiss that's got like the tip chopped off. So, but yeah, so Hershey's tried to explain it, but first, I want you guys to see what one of the news articles had to say, okay?
It's a Hershey's Kisses catastrophe. Shoppers across the USA are wondering what happened to the little curl at the top of the beloved Hershey's chocolate kisses. They've gone from this to this.
So there is a Hershey Kiss controversy going on.
The mystery of the missing tips is causing bewilderment.
That's the best part of it, isn't it?
They're pretty.
Social media postings are also venting. Seriously, Hershey's, what's up with this? It made my Christmas cookies look like I took a nip out of the kiss on top. I guess I can't be passing my cookies out because they look so sad. So what's going on here? Inside Edition producer Allison Hall bought 2 bags of Hershey's Kisses at a supermarket in New York City.
No tip on that guy.
Then she joined forces with baker Eliana Whittles Goldman to see just how many kisses in the bag have lost their tops. The verdict?
We have 116 Hershey Kisses in 2 bags. 72 of them do not have a tip and 44 of them do have a tip. It could be the way that they're packaged. It could be the way that they're manufactured.
A spokesman for the iconic chocolate company says, "We are aware that this is a concern, and you can be assured that the appropriate team members are looking into it." Tip or no tip, either way, they're delicious.
We just pop them in our mouth and enjoy. I love it.
Somebody in a Facebook group called the Wedding Cookie Table Community posted about it. She noticed that she was having an issue with these chocolates. Like, she kept unwrapping her chocolates to put them on her peanut butter thumbprint cookies. You guys know the ones with the little kisses on the top. So she was putting those like little topping, decorations on it, and she's like, wait. something not right. So she said, decided, this is literally a quote from the page. She said, decided to make my peanut butter blossoms, started to peel open my Hershey's Kisses. I noticed that not one in the entire bag had a pointed tip. No tips hanging in the bags either, which was really odd. And I know if it would have been me, I would have been sitting around like, maybe I just got a bad bag. But after people started discussing it, then they were like, wait, that happened in my bag too. And like coming back to like the Inside Edition video, I mean, if you do the math on it, they were missing 62% of their Hershey Kisses were missing tips, which is ridiculous. So anyway, the Facebook group basically band together like, we do. We got the Sugar Army together, and they reached out to Hershey directly. Like they were blowing up their phone and they were like, hey, what's going on? We need answers. Somebody needs to fix this. You're messing up our product and the look of our product, which they should know that you don't do. Don't mess with the look of our product, right? So they said somebody in the group finally got a hold of a representative, and it said that Hershey had been cutting off the tips of all their kisses, which really didn't make any sense. Like it was one of those moments where you like, why are you lying? Why are you making the situation up? And so, at the end of the day, I feel like they didn't really have an answer at the time, or maybe they were trying to do something. They were trying to cut costs. Maybe they got some new machinery, something. I feel like they could have came up with literally any other explanation that would have made more sense. But apparently they're going to try to get their act together. And you know us, we're going to go back to Hershey's Kisses. Even though there's some other options out there, we're always going to use them. There's Nestle's, and there's, everything else. But we already know those kisses look pretty iconic, and we're going to use them. So, all right. So speaking of chocolate, this one I actually thought was pretty funny. There was actually a chocolate factory meltdown in Germany, which it's not funny when a company has a meltdown, but when it ends up looking something like this, then you're kind of like, that's kind of funny. And at the end of the day, the story kind of went something like, just before 8 p.m. Monday, December 10th, there was a liquid chocolate began streaming out of the Dreimeister chocolate factory in Westonen, a suburb of rural Germany. And I'm pretty sure I jacked up all those names. But a tank at the factory had overflowed, prompting a river of chocolate to breach the factory grounds. Yeah, that happened. And then it just came oozing out into the street. And then, soon, because it was like cold and it's Germany and it's December, the melted chocolate started freezing. And so it was kind of like a frozen pancake of chocolate in the middle of the street in in the city in Germany. So, that was pretty interesting. It actually, hold on, it makes me, hold on, let me see if I can come up with this video real quick. This is the first thing that came to mind. The first thing I thought about was like some Oompa Loompas traveling through Willy Wonka land. That just felt like it felt like how the story was gonna go. All right, but at the end of the day, it was crazy because now they've just got this river of frozen chocolate down in the land. I feel like you could, obviously if it wasn't on the ground, you could just take a spoon to it, but it is what it is. So anyway, after that, we've got, last time we had the Sugarverse episode, we talked about how we hoped that the unicorn trend was going to move on. I know that some people have mixed emotions about it. Some are like, I love doing them. I love, basically doing whatever it is my customer wants me to do. Some people are like, I'm so over it. If I see another unicorn, I'm going to hit somebody. But actually, Keebler has decided that they're gonna make this thing stay around forever. So Keebler has released these unicorn fudge stripe cookies. It's unicorn fudge stripe cupcake flavored, magical cupcake flavored cookies. And so basically they took the, traditional cookies that we all know and love, and they flipped the switch on it, which they've done a couple times. Like they've got the mint chocolate ones, they've got red velvet ones. And so now I guess they said, hey, unicorn is the thing, so we're going to keep it going. But supposedly these taste like vanilla cake with vanilla frosting and sprinkles, and are baked, like the sprinkles are baked right into the dough. And so for a limited time, you can find them at like your local Walmart, but you definitely have to check the location finder because it's not at every Walmart. But you can definitely check walmart.com. The only thing is, when you go to look it up on walmart.com, it's actually not under unicorn fudge stripe cookies. It's under some random Keebler fudge shop cook. And I feel like somebody was probably putting it in onto the, the e-commerce store and just completely blanked. I just so happened to find it because I found, I was looking at an article that already had a link to it. So that's how that worked out. But, if you don't know what you're looking for, it's going to be kind of hard to find. I think they probably are selling it on Amazon and eBay too. Okie dokie. What else we got going on? Oh yeah. So if you are new to the baking business, or you are ready to turn your hobby into a solid business, or you're trying to move from taking your side hustle into a business, or you are just looking to, polish up on some things coming into this new year, you guys, we have a free class for everybody in the baking and sweets industry. It's a better business workshop for beginners. You don't necessarily have to be a beginner to join the conversation and to join the class. It's going to be really good and informative, just to help people get, cross all their T's and dot all their I's. But we're going to cover the 10 steps that you can take towards a successful sweets business. It will be at 7:30 p.m. And if you go to bit.ly BetterBiz Workshop 2019, which is kind of wordy, but I will leave a link here in the description. So it's going to be a good time. Both Chef and I, it's sponsored by Sugar Coin Academy, which is our online business academy for people in the baking and sweets industry. It's only $10 a month to join, but you don't have to be a member to be a part of this training at 7:30. So definitely make sure to check that out, and go ahead and register online so that you can get a reminder when it happens. All right. Also, there was a website tips and tricks for beginners class that we did on the Sugar Web Space page. And now it's actually available for pre-sale. It will be available for actual sale. It will be available to watch the replay with the updated new information as well, because this is actually an updated version of a previous training that we did. Anyway, it's available for pre-sale now. If you are new to building your own website, you're designing your own website, or you're just trying to figure out how to even get started, like what's the difference between a domain name versus a domain host and SEO and all these other things that kind of like sound really difficult and really techy to understand. It's definitely going to be a great class for you. We already have reviews in it because we had people that kind of took the pre-lecture. For the first 100 people is $20.19 for 2019. So if you know for sure that you need help with websites, you need to figure out how to get a domain, how to get your email set up, how to use your domain name, what to do if you're not ready to build a website yet, how to pick a domain name, what the heck a domain name is, then definitely get in on that. It's going to be $20.19 for the first 100 people. All right. The next topic is our boozy sweet treats. All right, so you guys, boozy cakes and boozy cupcakes is not new, right? So our grandmothers and, ancestors have been putting rum in cake and alcohol and all that kind of stuff in cake for years. But I just find it really interesting that some of the stuff that we've been dealing with for a while has actually gone mainstream. So if you didn't know, Sprinkles partnered with Tito's Cupcakes. and they actually they partnered with them earlier in the summer last year. So I just find it really interesting that they're now starting to like have limited edition runs, that they're putting alcohol in, and that they're partnered with a major brand as well. So also in addition to that, let's see, this is what they had in the summertime. All right. So in the summertime, they had Tito's Down Home Punch, which was that red one. It was an orangey cake, fantasy filled, with berry pomegranate compote and a touch of cinnamon sugar. And then they had a Tito's American Mule, which was a ginger cake that had crystallized ginger topped with a Tito's infused lime frosting. So they had those earlier last summer. And then this year, starting off the year, like it was in December, and they only had it for like up until the new year, like New Year's Eve. They had this Pop Rocks filled champagne cake that was topped with champagne buttercream frosting. So anyway, like I said, it's, you know, adding alcohol into cakes and cupcakes and treats and stuff like that is not new per se, but it's just interesting to see these mainstream companies that are doing it now, like not just rum, but like vodka. Right? Okay. So anyway, you know, it's one of those things where we talk about in the academy all the time, where you never know who's watching who and what brands are looking to do what. So I just think it's interesting too that they're partnering with a major brand like Tito's too. So anyway, check that out when you get a chance. And also, if you have ever, you know, needed to connect with somebody and understand how to use alcohol in your baked goods, then definitely look into, you know, Dawn Bilal, which she has a Facebook page where she talks about legal issues, not just the alcohol part, but that is her specialty as well, because she also infuses alcohol into her cupcakes and cakes and stuff like that. And she knows the legal aspect behind how to do it. All right. So anyway, last thing up is what is going on in the TV world. And I actually realized that I missed an opportunity. I should have said what's baking on TV. And so next time, that's what I'm going to have this say, is what's baking on TV. But anyway, so the new things that are out on TV on Facebook, on Food Network right now. The 6th season of Kids Baking Championship is out, and I'm really excited about that because I really like to see, like, I don't know, it's something about the kids baking and just the genuine emotion behind everything is always interesting. Like, I'm a big fan of MasterChef Junior, that type of stuff, just because the energy is a little different. But anyway, so the 6th season of Kids Baking Championship is out, and then also the 1st season of Winner Cake All. I don't know if you guys have seen either one of them. Let me know what you think in the comments as well, and we can talk about it. What I've noticed with Winner Cake All, because I tried to watch it a little bit last night on the DVR, is that it looks like they had the same set as the Wedding Cake Championship, which was the one that Reeve Alexander Hawk won. Like, it looks like they're in this outside tent, which is always not great to be outside, you know, trying to, you know, work with sugar and stuff. But hopefully it wasn't as hot and sticky that time of the year whenever they were recording, but you never know. But anyway, so that should be interesting. Let's see. Yolanda Gamp was on that first episode that I saw, and I know that there's like some other people coming down the pipeline. It should be pretty exciting as well. So anyway, that's what's going on in the Sugarverse. I know it was a lot to take in, but if you guys come across some headlines or some news that you think people should know about here in the sweets world, in the cake world, please, you know, send us a DM or send us a message with a link so that we can know more about it, and then we can look into it and we can share it with you guys, because we want to help you guys all stay informed about the things that are going on in the sweet community. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.